telling you that so awesome. This video is brought to you by all my Patreon supporters. Go Team Awesome! Yokoso peeps, it's Oz. So everyone's heard of Tokyo, but have you ever heard of Chiba? Chiba is the prefecture next to Tokyo and is an amazing place to live and visit. In fact, many of you who came to Japan, and specifically in Tokyo, might have actually been in Chiba and not even know it. Both Narita Airport and Tokyo Disneyland are located in Chiba. And if you've been to many music festivals like Summer Sonic, they're held at Makuhari Messe, which is also in Chiba. And since I've been living here since 2013, I'm a bit biased, but I really think Chiba is an awesome place that you should definitely visit. And the good thing is, even if you're going to be in Tokyo, if you'd like to take a day trip, it's a lot closer to come to Chiba than to go to places like Kamakura or Nikko. By the way, before I get to the list, I just want to let you know that all the videos that you see of the places in this video are all videos that are on my YouTube channel. You can go to the information section for a list of all those places if you want to see more detail on the specific locations. Here are 10 fun and awesome things to do when you come to Chiba. If you'll be arriving in Japan using Narita Airport and you'll have time to kill, then I definitely recommend going to Narita San. Besides the large temple and the park area, Narita San area has a street called Omotesando, which is an old-fashioned traditional street very similar to Kyoto. The street has a variety of traditional shops and also has restaurants serving their famous food, eel or unagi. Unagi. And like I said, around the temple there's huge park and forested area, which is great for nature hiking and picnicking. And Narita San temple is the most visited temple in the first 3 days of New Year's, called Hatsumode. That's when a whole bunch of Japanese people come to pray and get good luck for the coming year. If you like wide open spaces, pretty nature, big Japanese architecture, and traditional looking streets and foods, then Narita San should be on your list. And because it's not in Tokyo, it's a lot less crowded and good for social distancing. Halfway between Narita and Tokyo, Chiba City in the prefecture of Chiba is a good place to visit as well. It's the biggest city in Chiba and has all the convenience and comfort of Tokyo, minus the crazy crowds. And just 10 minutes away from the station is the Chiba Castle. I'll admit it's not a very big castle, but it's very pretty and has a really good panoramic view of Chiba from the top, as well as a nice interesting museum inside. And during the cherry blossom season, a lot of people come for hanami or cherry blossom viewing parties, and there's a lot of food stands set up as well. The castle has surrounding gardens and museums, and there's actually a really nice museum inside the castle, and the best part about Chiba Castle is it's free. And if you like nature and seeing traditional views, then not only will you like Chiba Castle, but you can actually walk from Chiba Castle to Chiba Shrine and to Chiba Park, so you can make a fun day of it. And it's all free and beautiful. A different kind of outdoor experience, you can see the beaches of Chiba. Chiba is at the edge of Japan, so has a huge coastline. And with these beautiful seas comes chances for fishing, swimming, beach volleyball, sunbathing, fireworks at the Summer Beach Festival, and surfing. And if the Tokyo Olympics do actually happen, Chiba is set to host a lot of the water sports, including surfing at Onjuku Beach. The beach area also has a nice boardwalk and shopping and restaurant area as well. I didn't really want to put this in the list, but because it's the largest and most famous amusement park in Japan with over 30 million people come here, I thought it deserves to be on the list. Despite being called Tokyo Disneyland, it is located in Chiba and has many rides and attractions, shows, famous Tokyo Disney, only parades, and events. And it has its own Disney monorail and the Disney Sea Park, which is exclusive to Japan. So since Japan is the only place that there is a Disney Sea, I guess that's kind of unique about it. If I had to choose between Disneyland and Disney Sea, I would probably choose Disney Sea. And because of the big crowds and the high prices, you can tell from the excitement on my face that I'm not really a big Disney fan. If you're a fan of hiking or mountain climbing and you're not able to climb Mount Fuji, then this might be your next best bet. It's a great mountain climbing experience. There's a ropeway for those who only want to climb partway or are lazy like me. And along the climb to Nokogiriyama, there are many Buddhist statues, both standing and ruined during wartime. There's a temple, there's a giant Buddha stone statue, as well as giant cannon engraved into the mountain wall. And once you get to the top, this place is also famous for its hanging lookout. It's called Hell's Lookout. It has views of Tokyo Bay and Mount Fuji, and the peak is a safe but cool Instagram opportunity. And unlike Mount Fuji, what I liked about this place is there's hardly any people climbing, so you could go at your own pace. Which is good for me because I need to take many breaks because I'm out of shape. I need 30 seconds. I feel like I'm gonna puke. This place is not located in Tokyo, nor does it have anything to do with Germany really, but it definitely deserves to be on this list. Guten Tag! The best time to visit is during the months of November to April, where there's an amazing and funky illumination with themes and a lit up Chinatown area as well. Other times of the year, there are flower gardens in spring and summer. The place has a Ferris wheel, mini golf, dog run, park, barbecue, and is great for couples, families, and those looking for a nice family park. Guten Tag! Guten Tag! And there is some German aspect to this place. The restaurant and the food area sells a lot of German products like German beer, sausages, and other food and drink and sweets and desserts. Mitsui Outlet Park is one of the biggest shopping malls in Japan and Japan's largest outlet mall. It has many Japanese and foreign brand names and outlet prices, so it's cheaper than regular shops if you're looking for brand name products. It has a pretty decent food court and the standalone restaurants are also really good. Mitsui Outlet Mall also has an amusement park attached to the mall and live events. It's pet friendly as well, so you can also bring along your dog. And newly opened close to the Mitsui Outlet Mall is a Costco. So if you're a shopaholic, it's definitely a good place to check out, but I have to warn you, it gets really crowded on weekends or holidays, so try to go during a weekday or like a time when it's not that crowded. Though not as famous as other zoos like the Ueno Zoo in Tokyo, Chiba Zoo is quite impressive. The world's longest monorail takes you to the Chiba Zoo station. Entrance is only 500 yen or about $5, so it's pretty cheap. And the grounds are pretty big, you could definitely spend the entire day there. There are many great animals and wildlife, including the lesser pandas, monkeys, birds, elephants, gorillas, and various other big and small creatures. There's even a petting zoo area with a lot of cute and friendly animals. There isn't much in terms of shopping, but there are a couple of gift shops and a restaurant area, so it's not too bad. I'm sure you'll find something you like to eat. Speaking of eating, I was lucky enough to see a monkey who took a dump in his hand and ate it. Oh my god, he's shitting in his hand. He's shitting in his hand. Oh my god, he's taking his hand and now he's like looking at it. He's taking a dump in his hand. What's going on, guys? Oh, he's sniffing his own shit. Did he just eat his own shit? Ew, he ate all his shit. Quality entertainment. Kamagawa is a nice coastal town that has nice hot springs, hot spring hotels, waterfalls, temples, beaches, and an interesting rice terrace, which is a pretty rice field. And there's a local ferry that takes you to this really small tiny island. It's a one-man island. I visited there last year. The tiny island has local Japanese tourists that go for picnics and barbecues. When I went there, I was the only foreigner there and I made a group of friends along the way. The Kamogawa SeaWorld is a big sea creature exhibit and theme park like SeaWorlds or marine lands across the world. There's an aquarium, dolphin, orca, whale, sea lion show, penguins, feeding time, night adventure, and overnight stays as well. And the number one place I recommend to go to when you come to Chiba is Mother's Farm. This is my favorite place in Chiba because it involves three of my favorite things: food, animals, and nature. Mother's Farm is a farm theme park, which sounds weird but somehow works. It's a real-life farm that houses real animals and creatures, makes its own dairy, produce, and meats. And to tell you the truth, I found it a bit hard to go there because I visited and saw the animals, but then I also had some foods that contain some of those animals. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, you might want to avoid this place. Or if you're like me, just try not to think about where the food comes from. And because it's not a zoo, it's a farm, it's kind of built for that purpose, so I kind of get it. So it kind of like made me feel better that at least the animals are well taken care of. But I really enjoyed the park, not only because you can see and interact with a variety of animals, but because of the events they had. There's a pig race that happens a few times a day, and I got there right at the end of the race, so I didn't have a chance to film it. There's cow milking time, a sheep shearing show, and you can ride a tractor pulled train and see all the animals and have a chance to feed them as well. And once again, there's a nice petting zoo area with animals all over the place. The farm is also located on a nice hilltop, so you can get great views of mountains and forests and flower fields. There's even an amusement park area with games and rides and bungee jumping. This place has it all. Also, the shops there were a lot better than I thought they would be. They had many different toys, souvenir items, plus fresh food and drinks made on the farm. And I thought the price was really cheap because not only was the entrance cheap, but you can even get a yearly pass, which is pretty cheap as well. Well, there you go. Those are 10 places that I highly recommend you visit in Chiba. Have you been to any of the places I've mentioned or other places in Chiba that you recommend? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and share. To support my channel, please consider becoming a Patreon. For as little as $1, you can get some extra videos per month. A lot of the videos are uncut, unedited, or exclusive to Patreon. And if you're looking for a VPN service that is reliable and cheap, then get NordVPN and use my code OzzyAwesome to get 70% off and 1 month free. And once again, if you are interested in any of the places I mentioned, if you look in the information section, you'll find a link to a whole bunch of videos I made on each specific place. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe because my videos are awesome. OzzyAwesome. Take care and see you next time. Peace. Museum, and the best part about takes you to the Chiba Zoo station. Chiba Zoo. The world's longest monorail takes you to the Chiba Zoo station.